Cyprus. I was hopeful that would be more successful. But that's why when I went to Israel immediately after the massacres that occurred at the hands of Hamas, the one thing I said to the Israelis, and I met with the War Cabinet and with Bibi, don't make the same mistake America made after bin Laden. There's no need to occupy anywhere. Go after the people who did the job. You may recall, I still get criticized for it, but I was totally opposed to the occupation and trying to unite Afghanistan. Once we got bin Laden, we should have moved on, because it was not no one's ever going to unite that country. I've been over every inch of that, not every inch.
I believe that was
the
after
entirety from the
they
poppy
figured out
fields
that
all the way to the north. I said,
the
don't
Bush
make the same
administration
mistake
lied
we made.
about
Don't think that's what you should be doing.
the war in Iraq, which Joe Biden pushed for heavily in Congress.
Seymour and company. And all this criticism about I wouldn't provide when the weapons they needed. I'm not providing them 2,000-pound bombs. They cannot be used in Gaza or any populated area without causing great human tragedy and damage. But remember what happened when you had the attack on Israel with rockets and ballistic missiles. I was able to unite the Arab nations as well as Europe, and nothing happened. Nothing got hurt. It sent an incredible lesson to what was going on from the Middle East. So there's a lot of things, in retrospect, I wish I had been able to convince the Israelis to do. But the bottom line is we have a chance now. It's time to end this war. Doesn't mean walk away from going after Sinwar and Hamas. And if you notice, you know better than most, there is a growing dissatisfaction on the West Bank from the Palestinians about Hamas. Hamas is not popular now. And so
I mean, they weren't popular on the West Bank.
I just have to keep moving to make sure that we get as much done as we can toward a ceasefire, and get those. And by the way, look at the numbers in Israel. I mean, my numbers are better in Israel than they are here. But then again, they're better in
yeah,
a lot
that's
of
not
other people
good.
here too. But anyway,
that's not a good thing.
Your bridge candidacy in 2020, you referred to yourself as being a bridge candidate for a younger, fresher generation of Democratic leaders, and I wanted to know what changed.
What changed was the gravity of the situation I inherited in terms of the economy, our foreign policy, and domestic division. And I think, I won't put words in
That didn't
anybody's
change.
mouth.
If anything, it technically got better.
Most presidential historians give me credit for having accomplished more
But mostly
than
because the
most any
pandemic
president
ended.
since Johnson and maybe before that to get major
Like in
pieces of
quotation
legislation
marks,
passed.
it ended.
What I realized was my long time in the Senate had equipped me to have the wisdom to know how to deal with the Congress to get things done. We got more major
Really?
legislation passed that no one thought would happen. And I want to finish it, to get that finished. If tomorrow, if we had a circumstance where there was a lineup and I hadn't inherited what I did and we just moved things along, anyway, it's going to change.
They just asked this
Last
question.
question.
Yeah.
Haley Bull, Scripps. Or no, Josh Weingrove, I'm sorry, was the next one. I'll do two more questions.
Thank you, Mr. President. Many of your colleagues, Democrats on the Hill, are watching tonight as they assess what they want to say about your candidacy. I'm wondering how you're thinking of this right now. It seems like your answer is clear, but they're watching how things go tonight, tomorrow in Michigan, next week in Texas and Nevada.
This
Are you
motherfucker asked
thinking
about
that
Asian
way?
dropping
About whether how the next week or two goes would inform your.
Am I using that way you said?
Are you thinking that way?
Seriously,
about
there's no
how
second
the next
question?
2 weeks go? Will that affect your decision?
No, not for this.
Or are you fully determined on running
Because it's basically
in November as the party's nominee?
I'm determined on running, but I think it's important that I realize
The issue is that
by seeing
some
let
of
them
the
see
party
out there.
Democrats are turning on
Let me
him.
see them out, you know.
So he's
for
trying
the
to
longest
survive this
time it
week
was,
to get to the
you know,
convention.
Biden's not prepared to sit with us
So that he
unscripted.
can be
Biden's not prepared to.
the
you know, anyway.
nominee,
And so
no matter what.
I'm doing is, and I've been doing, I think we've done over 20 major events, from Wisconsin to North Carolina to anyway, to demonstrate that I'm going out in the areas where we think we can win, where we can persuade people to move our way, where people are already there. And here, look, the other thing is, we have the most extensive campaign organization of anybody's had in a long, long time. We have well over 1,000 volunteers knocking on doors,
Dude,
making
that's
phone
nothing.
calls, making tens of thousands of phone calls. We have
1,000
headquarters. I
volunteers is
forget exactly
nothing.
how many. I want to cite a number and then find out I'm off. But we have scores of headquarters in all the
That's
toss-up
not true.
states.
He's lying.
We're organized. We're moving. And that's awful hard to replace.
He hardly
in the
campaigned
near
last
term.
time around.
And
He's
so-
campaigning even less
And
now.
here's the other thing. I was in the Senate a long time. Very proud of what I've done in the Senate. I was chairman of the Foreign Relations Committee for a long time, and I was chairman or ranking member and chairman of the Judiciary Committee. I'm going to be going down to the Johnson Library. Anyway, I'm going to be going around making the case of the things that I think we have to finish and how we can't afford to lose what we've done or backslide on civil rights, civil liberties, women's rights. There's that little button we have. Control guns, not girls. I mean, the idea we're sitting around, this is where Kamala's so good as well. We're sitting around, more children are killed by a bullet than any other cause of death.
Yes,
The
that
United
is
States of
true.
America. What the hell are we doing? What are we doing? We got a candidate saying, promise the NRA, don't worry, I'm not going to do anything.
It'd be cool if he
I'm
actually,
not
you
going to do
know,
anything.
pushed
You
for
got
that
a Supreme Court
now.
that is what you might call the most conservative court in American history. This is ridiculous. There's so much we can do still, and I'm determined to get it done. It's about freedom. And by the way, I'll end this. Well, I'm not going to do that. Haley has to come up too. But I remember I made a speech on democracy in Philadelphia at Independence Hall. And I'm not being critical, just observing. The bulk of the press said, what the hell is he talking about that for? Democracy. You did. Democracy's not an issue.
Joe Biden's so bitter.
Democracy's not an issue. Except the polling data showed 60% of the people knew I was right, thought I was right. I'm not asking you a question. You don't have to answer, obviously. But do you think our democracy is under siege based on this court? Do you think
That's
democracy
exactly
is
why
under
everybody
siege
wants you to
based on
drop out
Project
now.
2025? Do you think he means what he says when he says he's going to do away with the civil service, eliminate the Department of Education, make sure? I mean, we've never been here before. And that's the other reason why I didn't, you say, hand off to another generation. I've got to finish this job. I've
Oh, you
got to
don't.
finish this job because there's so much at stake.
You don't have to finish this job. You can switch.
We've had some discussions over the past few days with your press secretary about the question of health exams. And you said you take a cognitive test every day in this job. Are you open to taking another physical or test before the election? Governor Whitmer of Michigan, for instance, said it wouldn't hurt to take a test.
Well, look, two things. One, I've taken 3 significant and intense neurological exams by a neurologist. In each case, as recently as February. And they say I'm in good shape, okay? Although I do
shape.
have a little problem with my left foot because it's not as sensitive because I broke my foot and didn't wear the boot. But I'm good. I'm tested every single day about my neurological capacity to do decisions I make every day.
Yeah, that's what
You
we're
talk
here
to my
to.
staff. All of you talk to my staff. Sometimes my staff talks a lot. But the fact of the matter is, I don't think you have them telling you that all the major ideas we've undertaken haven't been in part initiated by me. I remember when the staff, I said, I'm going to go to South Korea. We're going to get the chip. What are you doing? I'm going to get Japan and Korea back together again after essentially having hostilities toward one another since the end of World War II. I'm going to move and see that we can expand it. You know, the only thing age does is help you with it. Creates a little bit of wisdom if you pay attention. And so the point I'm making is, I think it's important that if the neurologist tells me he thinks I need another exam, and by the way, I've laid every bit of the record out. Hadn't hidden a thing. You ought to ask Trump for his, okay? I laid it all out. And every single day I'm surrounded by good docs. If they think there's a problem, I promise you, or even if they don't think it's a problem, they think I should have a neurological exam again, I'll do it. But no one's suggesting that to me now. And I'll ask you another question.
A lot of people are.
No matter what I did, no one's going to be satisfied. Did you have 7 docs? Did you have 2? Who'd you have? Did you do this? How many times did you? So I am not opposed if my doctors tell me I should have another neurological exam, I'll do it. But that's where I am. Haley Bull, Scripps.
Thank you, Mr. President. You said you're making decisions on a day-to-day basis when it comes to support for Ukraine. Does that mean you have not closed the door on further considering lifting restrictions for U.S.-made weapons inside Russia? And if I may, your convention is coming up where your delegates are pledged to make you the official nominee. If they have second thoughts, are they free to vote their conscience?
Obviously, they're free to do whatever they want, but I get overwhelming support. Overwhelming support. I won, I forget how many votes I won in the primary. Overwhelming.
Yeah, that primary.
And so tomorrow, if all of a sudden I show up at the convention, everybody says, we want somebody else, that's the democratic process. It's not going to happen.
I mean, it's not a democratic process, but yeah. I mean, it should happen.
Sure. Look.
Of the many times the Democratic Party has, like, picked a very unpopular candidate.
I served in the Senate a long time.
Unilaterally, they might as well just do it now.
The impetus
Switch them out.
of candidates running for local office and whether they think the topic they can help them or not. In my state of Delaware, which was a very, at least it was a red state when I started, in terms of we now talk red and blue. I don't recall most of the Democratic presidents winning my state when I was a candidate. The truth of the matter is I understand the self-interest of every candidate. If they think that, you know, running with Biden at the top is going to hurt them, then they're going to run away. I get it. But so far, go and look at the polling data in their states. Look at the in-depth, and by the way, I think you'd all acknowledge, and you're all experts, I'm not being solicitous about the president, you're experts on this stuff. How accurate does anybody think the polls are these days? I can give you a series of polls where you have likely voters, me versus Trump, where I win all the time. When the unlikely voters vote, he wins sometimes. The bottom line is all the polling data right now, which I think is premature because the campaign really hasn't even started. I mean, it hadn't started in earnest yet. Most of the time, it doesn't start till after September, after Labor Day. So, a lot can happen. But I think
yeah, but nothing good is going to happen.
I believe I'm the best qualified to govern. And I think I'm the best qualified to win. But there are other people who could beat Trump too. But it's awful start from scratch.
And they're not old.
And, you know, we talk about, you know,
their brain isn't melting.
We're not doing bad. We got about $220 million in the bank. We're doing well. So with that, you have any want to follow up on any of that you just asked me?
Yes. You earlier explained confidence in your vice president.
Yes.
If your team came back and showed you data that she would fare better against former President Donald Trump, would you reconsider your decision to stay in the race?
No, unless they came back and said, there's no way you can win. Me.
uh,
No one's saying that. No poll says that.
dude, a lot of folks say that. That's the problem.
This ends tonight's press conference. Thanks, everybody.
I like how he ended on that point.
This concludes.
Respectfully, earlier you misspoke in your opening answer. You referred to Vice President Harris as Vice President Trump. Right
Yeah.
now, Donald Trump is using that to mock your age and your memory. How do you combat that criticism from tonight?
Listen to him.
This concludes tonight's press conference. Thank you, everybody. Thanks, everyone.
Mr. President. Alright. He's doubled down again. That was pretty wild. He's trying his best to kind of survive to the survive to the convention so that he can stay in the race. But yeah, he's doing a lot of Trump stuff. He's just doing the thing where he's just like, nobody's saying that. Everybody loves me, I'm the best. And also like the media bullying him. He's just like, you guys don't believe in me. Only I believe in me. Ooh, yeah. It's just wild that the media is bored with this much brain Trump, so who just talks shit and lies. Biden seems like live prey, yeah. I mean, it's like the thing. The problem is Biden got greedy by scheduling he didn't have to put the debate before the convention. Like, and like his staff didn't need to either. They could have just, hit him until after the convention, and then, it doesn't really matter what the press does. But yeah, like they're focusing not on issues at all. It's mostly just on Biden's brain melting slowly. But the problem is he set himself up for this. Now he has to like come out and he has to prove that he's competent, and obviously he's like, he's not all there. He's a lot slower. And I'm sure there's a bunch of people on his staff who are pushing him to keep going regardless of how poorly he's doing. Which is bad for us, but it was but yeah, I don't know. Our political system is silly, basically. Because like the thing is also the reason why this is happening right now is that nobody's like, they kind of just let him be. Like he didn't really do too much with so he did a bunch of stuff, which is true. It's stuff he did is not that great for comparing to what we need, what people need. Like for, their healthcare and, inflation kind of like just tearing everybody a new one. But like, they defended him. When like they closed ranks around him to keep him afloat against Bernie Sanders. They kind of waved away all the criticism that they made of him. They haven't found a way to get around the Republican obstruction. Yeah, I mean, and they're not going to because they don't really care. Which is the other issue. Because like I remember when they were like, when he would propose the infrastructure bill and it had a bunch of other stuff in it. Right, they're too busy insider trading and whatnot. Yeah, like with the minimum wage, like they blamed I guess like one of one of those like procedural like service, like it's like one of those government service people who's just like there and they do procedural things in Congress. So they're just like they look at the rules and like you're not following the rules. But like you don't really need to like listen to them. But like that's the kind of thing. It's like they basically just let it kind of die. All politicians are rich and they have too much class consciousness to seriously fight. Yeah. That's basically it. And the thing is, like, a lot of people just don't pay attention, especially since the media doesn't cover most of the issues. But yeah, the filibuster's fake. They could end it whenever, yeah. So they just, like, kind of, like, throw the things, like, they throw their own obstacles in front. They're like the filibuster, the whatever that lady's name was. Then, like, they got Joe Manchin. It's like this one guy's just holding us back. I don't know. I mean, Joe Biden does the classic where he's just like, he did it a lot last time around, where he would just be like, we're Americans, we can do anything except for, universal health care. And then he would kind of give like a list of things like that we couldn't do, which is kind of funny, but but yeah, we'll see how that goes. I don't think that he's gonna get like knocked out of the race anyway. It sucks to be on team barely adequate, yeah. I mean, it's gonna be a problem because you can't really. It's not like you can defend him, obviously, and we do. But like the problem is like it's just people aren't dumb either. Like they see kind of like what their life is like like here in Portland, for example, we got lots of traffic. Like there's no funding yet for like the new bridges that we need to build or to upgrade the older bridges that kind of unite Washington and Oregon together. Like public transportation sucks. There's a lot of homeless people and they're not getting any relief. And like there's just like tons and tons of things. Lots of people kind of like struggling paying their bills. People not being able to buy houses. People not being able to pay their rent. And then like, this guy pops out and like, he's very obviously like super old. He's not all there. And then he's like, the economy is fine. And people are just freaking out. They're just like, what do you mean? Yeah, no one on the national level is talking about housing. Yeah, they're not talking about housing at all. And the things they do talk about are not good enough. Like Joe Biden has been like running, and he brought this up during the debate, was like that he's gonna give like people like a $10,000 tax credit or something like that to buy a house. That's his plan. Obviously, he's never gonna be able to pass it in Congress anyway. But like still, it's like it's only $10,000 considering how much housing costs. And like even here in Portland, which is not the biggest city in the country, where it's like like $500,000 for a house, bare minimum, and like going up to $1 million. It's like $10,000 does not does not make a dent in that at all. 10K is probably like one realtor's fee. Yeah, exactly. It's not anywhere enough. Especially since it's like it's a tax credit, so you have to have the money beforehand to be able to spend it, which people don't have. But yeah, it's like I mean it's a dumpster fire. This is worse than like 2016, where we had Joe Biden. He's polling worse than Hillary did, which is bad. That's really bad. And he's hanging on for dear life. He's like, no man, I'm the candidate. I'm the only one who can beat Trump. And like people are just looking at that and they're gonna check out for the most part. They're not gonna vote. And like, everyone's kind of like doing the same thing where it's like, it doesn't matter. Like, we're not voting for Joe Biden. We're voting for either to defeat Trump or the people he surrounds himself with, and like, that's all good and fine if you're paying attention. But a lot of people are not paying attention. And it just does not it does not make a compelling argument. Not compelling to people. And same with like the lesser of two evils thing. Like a lot of people just don't understand how voting works in general. Even in the US with like our simple two-party system. It's not gonna be easy to be like, you just vote for him anyway. They'll be like, no, I'll go vote for somebody else. But we'll see. People seem to think that he'll drop out, but I don't think he will. And I don't think the Democrats will be able to get him to leave either. Unless they go make a power play and then just get rid of him in the convention. Oh my god, this puzzle's kicking my ass. But yeah, like a lot of people weren't paying attention until the debate when they saw him, where they saw him make that like all the mistakes, and then they started getting concerned, even though like it was apparent that he was like that back in 2020. Yeah, it's pretty much the same party that popped up Dianne Feinstein. Yeah. And that's the other thing too. We got a lot of people who were like Dianne Feinstein. I mean, Mitch McConnell was also had his moment where he kind of like froze completely for like a whole solid minute. And even before then, there were plenty of politicians who were just like, where like they couldn't function without their staff doing pretty much like they just kind of like propped them up in a seat and just let them be in there and then just fed them like whatever it is they needed to say. Like that's been going on forever. But this time it's the guy running for president, so right, like Strom Thurmond, yeah. It's just like they stay in office so long that they're just kind of like they just get so old. Oh my god, I can't solve this puzzle. Why am I so bad at this puzzle? Yeah, it's one of those things too. It's like a lot of people just don't pay attention, so they don't even realize that until it's too late, which is what's going on right now. I guess technically it's not too late, but people are definitely acting like it is too late. Nice solid block. But it is insane that Trump, who lost the popular vote twice, is still the candidate. Yeah, I mean he's also like a really, 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 really bad candidate. Like they're losing to Donald Trump. Because it's like the thing, right? Like people are popular until they're president, and then after they're president, their popularity just kind of goes down. It just keeps going down. And that's basically what happened to Trump. And even then, like he just barely Biden barely beat him last time. But now Biden doesn't have I guess the small advantages that he had before because one, he can't articulate anything as well. And if he does it really slowly. And he's been president. So people are like, hey, People are like, yeah, I can't afford to buy things. And he's like, no, what are you talking about? I'm the best president who ever lived. Oh my god, I can't find the right spot for this. But yeah, they're getting like, it's bad. Like they've been losing for a while though, because obviously what happened last in 2016 was like, people were surprised in the polling, mostly because Hillary was just winning by a lot in the national polls, and then ended up losing a bunch of states that she did not campaign in. But like the issue was, like she still won by the percentage that, like she won the like in volume of votes, she got more by the what the polls were saying. It was just not like it did not carry it state by state. So basically, she lost the swing states, but she still got a bunch of votes. And like Biden is kind of like in a worse situation because he's losing in the national polls, and and then on top of that, he's losing in the battleground polls. And they're just like, yeah, it's bad. It's very bad. Oh wait, nah. But yeah, and anyway, he had to do this press conference to kind of like assure people that he was okay, but he's not okay. It also doesn't help that this is like a press conference on foreign policy, which is something that nobody cares about that much. Yeah, it wasn't reassuring at all. It's just like the whole tone of it is just like, because that's what people hate, right? It's like we're in the United States. People hate being told what to do. They hate like, they hate elites in general. It's just anybody who's like, I'm like, just being like too cocky. We don't like those people. And he's just kind of like doing the thing where people are like, we have concerns, and there's a lot of people who have concerns, and he's just like, no, bro, everything's good. You guys don't know what you're talking about. And that does not make people like, not gonna make people like him. Do, 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 do. Bum, 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 bum. Also, he's running on the experience thing, and people don't like that. To be honest, in the U.S., that's not what we're about either. You can't be touting your experience here. Nobody cares. uh, yeah, being that competent candidate is important, but it doesn't win the popularity contest. Yeah. Do, 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 do. I don't know. I mean, this. Because they were able to trick people that like that he was like the competent candidate last time around. Hillary was Secretary of State and Trump was a C-list celeb, and we saw how that went. Yeah, that's basically. I remember like running into like the Trump supporters back during the 2016 election, and a lot of it was just fueled why they just didn't like Hillary Clinton. They were just kind of like really like, I don't really like this person. They're like, they're super rich. Despite the fact that Trump is like, was also pretending to be super rich. But yeah, it's just like one of those things. It's just like I don't know. Like the Trump stuff is like, because obviously like Trump is insane. This basically, but like I don't know. I'm not sure how much Americans actually care, or even kind of like know how insane Trump is. I don't know. It's weird. I mean, I'm seeing my parents kind of like fall into the hole where they're just kind of like Trump is awesome. Trump is the victim of like the whole thing. It's weird. The amnesia about how he bungled the pandemic was fucking weird. Yeah, that too. Like that's the thing too. People have like a short-term memory and they're just kind of like, which is technically like what caused Biden to win was the fact that Trump messed up the pandemic pretty bad. Because when he was doing the press conferences for the pandemic, he was saying all sorts of random stuff. Like about drinking bleach. Oh my god, let's see this. But yeah, people forget. They just like, and it's the same thing that got Biden elected as well, because they forgot about all the stuff he did. Oh my god, I can't find the right spot for these guys. Why won't they fit? Been stuck on this level for so long. But yeah, it's like a, I mean, it's a dumpster fire. I wasn't expecting like people to turn on Joe Biden so quickly, but then they did. Oh no, it's weird too, because there was kind of like, I mean, the Democrats are out of touch. That's kind of the thing. The party people are extremely out of touch. And they're just kind of like look at stuff and they're like, this is a great idea. Oh. But yeah, I don't know. It is pretty wild. Oh, okay. But yeah, it's also what happens when like nobody's running on like policies, like in like actual policies that people care about. Because then it just becomes like a weird popularity contest based on like, I don't know, who you like most, who has the best vibes. So close. Oh, Max is barking in. Okay, I'll be right back. I drank too much lemonade. Here we go. Alright, let's see if I can fix this. But yeah, I mean, like, the big issue is this Biden ran on optics. He was like, I'm the safest candidate. Beat Donald Trump in 2020. And, like, that's it. That's all he ran on. Ooh, wait, no, we're close. But the problem is once, like, you know, people realize, like, oh, he's not the safest candidate. Oh. Bum, 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 bum. God damn it. The other thing is also he did run. That's a one-term candidate. That's what he promised. But this is kind of like the logical conclusion of. Let's go back. After this. How do I get to the menu? Is there a menu? Is there no menu? Where is the menu? Is there supposed to be a menu button? I worry that Kamala got like post-COVID brain fog and they're hiding it or something. But I'll still vote D, so I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of memes about it, I guess. That they kind of like put her on medication to kind of like keep her in line. That's why she's like kind of loopy. But yeah, I think the issue is like Joe Biden just doesn't like Kamala Harris. And they only picked her specifically just for like, look at me, I'm picking a woman of color. And I'm sure it stems from her like just cooking him in that one debate. And then Joe Biden just never forgets. Alright, there we go, back to menu. Let me put on the music. Back to menu. Options. There we go. But yeah, I mean, like, the reason why, like, they're also kind of, like, trying to push Joe Biden out is because they're starting to see, like, the polling numbers for certain Congress people. And they're kind of getting freaked out that, like, obviously, instead of, you know, he's top of the ticket, so he should be helping them out. Someone. A little bit, give him the bump or something. But he's doing the opposite. So when they start seeing like, oh, I might lose my seat, they get worried. But yeah, we'll see. I mean, I'll vote Democrat if they need me to, which might happen. I have to see what's going on over here in Oregon. Because if they start losing, like if there's like no turnout, if a lot of people stay home, it's gonna be a dumpster fire. Because I feel also people don't realize like how many conservatives there are in blue states. Because there's a lot. There's a lot of conservatives. And they always come out to vote. And there's always the possibility that Oregon goes into a ground state, though I doubt it. be pretty crazy if that happened. Though this is a state of old people, so I don't know. God damn it. I can't figure out this puzzle. Puzzle's been killing me. I don't know, it's kind of like that community meme. Where like Chevy Chase's character was like being, I don't know, he's doing like, you know, his racist old man stuff. And then like Britta is just basically like, I think he talks about like, he says something racist and then he talks about like animal, like killing an animal or something, and Britta's just like, I draw the line at animal abuse or whatever. And while like the other lady's like looking at her, it's like, what do you mean at animal abuse? What about the racism? And I feel like a lot of people are kind of like this. They will, for sure, kind of throw minorities down under the bus for marginalized groups. Oh wait. No, that's not right. That's wrong. That's also wrong. This is all wrong. Still wrong. Oh wait. It's still wrong. But yeah, it looks bad. I mean, like, a lot of people have been sounding the alarms since for a while. But even since last election, because the problem is, like, you know, the kind of like the Democrats were basically kind of always at best playing defense. Like we just slowly backslide every election. And there's always like the promise, right? It's like, vote for me, I will defeat Trump. And then like, but you did, like, you know, he did nothing. Joe Biden did nothing to kind of prevent them from winning, like just running again. Like anything, like, you know, pass like some sort of popular policy or something. Not that hard, like it's basically benefits you to pass something that's popular. Anything. Anything whatsoever. Getting closer. But I don't know, they don't seem to like learn anything, I feel like it's the issue. Because like Andrew Yang's a good example of like a dude who's like had like the dumbest plan of all time, but at least like, you know, he was like, I'm running on this thing. I'm running on freedom dollars. And that at least got him notoriety despite the fact that his plan sucked. It's like, sure, they passed like the infrastructure bill, like a really kind of like cut down, just like totally weakened bill. But then like after that, he didn't like come up with like another policy. He was just like, I passed my signature policy and I don't have to do anything else anymore. I'm just gonna sit here. And he did the Inflation Reduction Act, but that one was kind of like, eh. And then he passed like the climate bill, but that one was like, it's for people who have like money, basically. It's for people who own stuff. Which is like a lot of people, but it's not. Like as like a person who does like rents, like there's nothing I can do to like I can't get renewable energy because I rent. Okay, we're getting our ass kicked by this. This puzzle has beaten me. Maybe we should switch games. Yeah, I think we should switch games. This is... I've already failed. We're gonna give up. We did more than half the levels, I think. I had yogurt. Sure. Terrible. Yeah. Well, that's up to you. Yeah. Mm-hmm. How do I get out of this? Mm-hmm. Dude, I don't offer you any snacks. Okay, we got through half the game. It was a good run. I don't know, it happens. I'm sure I'll come back to this at some point. We'll play it different. I bought a bunch of little tiny games. Alright. How do I exit this? Exit. Yeah, that was my sister. She came in, she has bad medical news. Not like the worst medical news, just like, you know, that like you have like a chronic thing you gotta deal with. But we need I guess we can play another puzzle game as well. There we go. We'll play this one, even though I have no idea what it's about. Screen resolution. There we go. Yeah, sure. Okay, my game capture thing can't capture anything. I don't know what's going on with my computer. Alright. But yeah. Papa, where are you? Okay, this one's soft. Wait. Bum bum bum. And then the last mother of mold, the hound of 9 names, and the quiet came to an agreement. The mother would guard the earth and all the things that slept beneath the soil. The hounds scarred the plains and the heat-eaten mountains, and the quiet would rule the spaces between breaths, the seconds between thoughts. 315, the Book of 9. That like a... the religious game. Okay, wait, I gotta... You remembered caterpillars, alright. Wow, we beat the game. Real sunshine, but this is... Wait, real sunshine, but this is real sunshine, Darl. Oh fine, it wasn't color, I can tell you that. Not white, not gold, it was texture. A taste. I have no idea what they're talking about. I'm guessing they can only go on the... specific colors. At the puzzle. Wow. Solve 2 chapters without activating an obstacle. I don't understand what the obstacles are. When humanity cried out in their hunger, the mother of mold answered. She gave them the flesh of her children, the meat of her young, and humanity, ravenous, took them into their teeth and their lungs, and the mother saw it was good. Okay. Oh, I see, okay. I'm guessing the colors dictate which ones can go on where. I'm guessing this is gonna be one of those games where like I'm gonna run into that like the puzzle that I can't solve. Like there'll just be a difficulty spike and I won't be able to solve it. What did sunlight taste like, Papa? It's not actually a... But you said it was a taste. Darling, it was a metaphor. Okay, wait, this one is weird. I'm guessing I can change something. That's the only way this is solvable. So I guess technically the other one can go as far as it needs to. So we can... I wonder if I can change the bridges or something. I don't know, I'm not seeing any puzzles here. 1, 2, 3, 4. The hound is standing out the door. 5, 6, 7, 8. Hurry into your little beds. The hound will eat those who are late. Okay, there's something here. I'm sure this does violence. Or not. I guess it does not do violence. I don't know what that does, but I assume it'll block that specific color from going through. Oh, we're not losing. Papa, is it true that you'll die one day? Yes. Yes, I'm afraid so. But it's not such a bad thing. If no one died, there would be no room for anyone new. Yeah, only Joe Biden figured that out. Okay. I don't care. I don't want new people. I want you and Mama and darling. Oh wait, that's a mistake. What am I doing? Why did I even do that? How is it? No wait, no, I can't go that way. I'm assuming if I go this way I get slapped in the face. This is what happens. Yeah, okay. Hey, Rapid. How you doing? How was your day so far? Actually, wait, this guy's gotta go this way. Oh wait, that's right, I can't go that way. I go all the way around. Okay, now we understand how this is a puzzle game. I had to think about that one for a little bit. There is no shame in tears. Oh, don't go that way, go this around. I'm guessing this one gets blocked by both of them then. So that means this guy goes over here. I mean, not that way, this way. And this way, then this way, then this way, then this way. That means this guy has to go across this bridge, across that bridge, across this bridge, this way. And this guy has to go this way. Perfect. It sounds like someone's in the pocket of big tears, yeah. Maybe that's how they keep the whole system going. Maybe it's like a trickle-down thing, where the tears kind of slowly go down. I told you, stop, I told you, I'm not giving up. Wait, how you doing, Rapid? Did you go outside today? Or were you at the library? Cute, aren't they? The deer calls them gammies. Gammies? Genetically altered mycoparasites. Oh, ugh, I can see why. Oh, to merge characters, select one, then right click on the other one. Right click again on a merged character to split apart. Okay, that's weird. Now we're getting mechanics. Alright. Look, you can see where the fungus has penetrated cerebral tissue. If we pare down the mold, we might just be able to. Do what? What? How does if I unite these guys? I can't. Alright. So, we need to move the blue guy over here. Okay. And now we move this guy over here. We split this guy apart. And this guy back. Guy goes here. Alright, and then we merge these guys. And then we walk all the way over here. Yeah, two kids randomly decided they wanted to learn how to animate. Oh. Wow, I got mail. Where's this one? Gotta open this, alright. Yeah, two kids randomly decided they wanted to learn how to animate, but our library laptops are locked for bureaucratic reasons. I don't know. They won't let me install any programs, so I was lucky to discover programs that downloaded and opened, but needed no installation. Apparently, Electric Zine Maker is usable on laptops, so I helped the teens make zines. And then I moved a copy of Pencil 2D to a USB stick for a kid and his brother. Oh, that's good, yeah. The thing that works, like, stuff that works off of USB can be pretty helpful. Especially on those kinds of computers that don't let you do anything. That's crazy, okay. I'll just get... Like, usually I get, like, credit card spam and all that stuff. But now I got a credit, like, a credit union spam, which is weird. I've never gotten credit union stuff in my spam. Alright, let's go this way. You go over here. You go over here. We won. That's cool. We just were listening to Joe Biden give a press conference to prove that his brain isn't melting. You have to understand, it's not a question about worth. I know he wasn't a good father. I know. But love doesn't need a reason. If you think about it, very often love exists despite of it. I get the fake USPS texts about failed deliveries all the time. Yeah, me too. They keep getting more and more frequent. Okay, we need to bring... Huh. How am I supposed to do this one? Okay, so wait, we have to get one guy over here. But the problem is... Okay, this is the tricky one. This is the one that's gonna break our brains. Yeah, it is. Okay, we have to split this guy here. Let me send this guy over to merge with this guy. And then we go over here. And we split this guy. Cross back. This guy crosses back, merges. And then this guy goes this way, all the way over here. And then we split them. Perfect. Biden only answers for Hearst questions and answers, but sometimes he flubs those too. It's awesome that you're setting kids loose with Electric Zine Maker. I love that janky program. I'll have to try it out. I was gonna do some zines next week on stream. But I was using, I guess, Affinity Publisher because I guess the Adobe Suite doesn't work on my computer anymore. Yeah, I should probably check it out. No readings, nothing. I'm so sorry. Maybe it's time we know. Okay, we need to get a blue guy over there. And we have many blue guys. Alright. That's right, we can't go through. Oh, we have to go a long way around. We have to go all the way that way. No, we have to go this way. And that way. The kids love the way the program looks. Alright. And then this one goes this way. Here. This guy goes this way. And we merge. This is Trixie. Because I need the red one, because I can't go this way. The red guy can't go back. Yeah, okay, never mind. We have to do this. The UI is very important to the successful function of the thing, yeah. I mean, like, I don't know, I guess a lot of people, I mean, like, they struggle with user interfaces, because most of them are kind of, like, you know, made, I guess, for professionals, but, like, I guess kind of, like, to whatever standard that they made of long ago. And just not very intuitive to people who kind of never messed around with stuff before. Talk to him. For what? I don't know. It might jog his higher brain functions or something. But you spent a lifetime pretending you don't want to. Isn't it time to stop? Is this like their dad's brain? Did they fill their dad's brain with fungus? Just to bring him back to life. Alright, we need to get everybody onto this side. So we gotta split this. I lied, we don't need to split this. Let's go. Now we're stuck. Actually, no, we're not. Okay. This guy across. Alright, let's split these guys apart. So I think we need that one. Yeah, we need to get this one. We made a mistake. No, wait, we have to do the same thing we did before. We just have to do it again to get this guy to the other side. Okay, let me see this guy. No, wait, I have to go the other way. No, you can't go that way. Go this way. Gotta put this guy here. Alright, we split this guy. Actually, never mind. Okay, maybe we messed up. I messed up. All right. Oh my god. And we just leave one over here. And we don't want to leave one over here. And this is why we don't play puzzle games on stream. Okay, wait, how far can we go? Yeah, oh, we need to put a blue guy right here. That's the mistake I made. I think, I don't know. Technically we need to get one across here. But then this guy's stuck. And there's nothing he can do. Yeah, we messed up, alright. We messed up somewhere, I don't know where. Okay. Where we go. This is what we had to do. Alright, there we go. There we go. Alright. Perfect, alright. You remember the caterpillars in the garden? They were green and small, and you said if we followed them, we'd find the sun. You know what the problem with growing up is? Realizing your parents were just humans. Damn, this is hitting hard. Oh, now we have the color yellow. Alright. Your parents were human. It's true, some parents are not, they're not human. Alright, let's see. We would have to separate here, but then we got an issue. Because how the hell do I get this one back? Yeah, there's something wrong. The red one has to go up here. That's the only way for this to happen. Oops. Oh, not this one. Merge this guy and this guy. We'll bring this guy over here. We unmerge. We go pick up this guy again. And then we go over here. We unmerge. That merges with this guy. They cross over. And we unmerge. That comes across and merges with this guy. Cross this again. Unmerge. Merge with this guy. Go over there. Unmerge. That goes back. Merge these guys. Guy goes over here, and this guy goes over here. You were so very, very many things. A wrong choice, a liar, a jumble of hopes and dreams and bad decisions, and a father. You were my father too. Yeah, we got a lot of blockers here. Alright. We have to merge. Okay, so red and yellow have to go here. Which I guess is not that hard, we just go like this. The problem is we have to get back. And that's the problem. So we need to leave the red guy on the other side. Actually, no, we can do it. Actually, no, we can't. Because we'll be blocked. Okay, now I have to figure out how to get the blue one back to where it was. Oh wait. Yeah, I did it wrong. The yellow one goes down here. And the red one goes this way. Okay, I'm gonna go like this. Put this guy here. I'm gonna do that. Perfect. You have no idea how many nights I'd spent turning imaginary conversations around in my head, hoping and hoping that it'd all click together, and that I'd figure out the words to say. I could tell you why I'd stop talking to you and... Alright, we got orange worms. Caterpillar, caterpillar. Alright, wait. That purple one is scary. Alright, so if there's a purple one, only the red one can go here. Or actually, no way, a blue one technically could go here. But yeah, I think the red one gets blocked by this one, right? Yeah. So that means... Okay, one of these is red, one of these is blue, yellow has to go there. Alright. Gotta get this blue one across. Wait, so it's orange. Yeah, we need to get... Yellow has to go there. The only one that can go this way is red. And this is the problem we're at right now. Okay, wait, I know what to do. Actually, no way. Alright, and then we let this guy go. I have some issues though. Whoop. Yeah, okay, I see. Ah, see now. We can do this. We drop off the yellow one, the blue one. We cross over. Go this way. Oh, don't go that way, go this way. Alright, then yellow goes. And red goes this way. I should have said I love you. All this time, that never stopped being true. I'm sorry, I love you. Alright. I guess they all have to go back. Yellow, blue. We're gonna have to do something weird. Okay, we're gonna have to move this guy over here. And this guy back. And then this guy's gonna do a long walk. Actually, I don't think that helped me. Oh wow, now I'm just getting caught up. Biden himself called himself a black woman. Now he called the leader of Ukraine Putin. Yeah. He also called his vice president Trump, so yeah. And that was at the beginning of the press conference. It was kind of funny. Okay, wait. We need to... I mean, he's basically like, his campaign is imploding right now. The media has turned on him basically, for the most part. But not enough to get him to actually resign. They're mostly just asking him like how old he is. And when they should be like, bro, why are you running? And here I thought they had teleprompters and earbuds. He does, but it was also, this one was like a, it was a, so like usually they vet the questions specifically for this kind of stuff. So he kind of, I'm sure he had an idea of what was being asked. But yeah, it was like a off the cuff kind of thing, supposedly. Not like super off the cuff, but at least to kind of gives the appearance of being off the cuff. Alright, bring this guy back. Okay, so we need the red guy to be on the other side. No way we can do this. I have to do this instead, actually. Go over here. We drop off the blue guy. The blue guy goes over here. This blue guy goes over here. Guys merge. That brings them over here. How does that help me? Oh, it did help me. Alright. You drop this guy off over here. I lied, it didn't help me. To drop this guy off over here. On this side. Don't know, go that way, go this way. Merge these guys. Why did you go that way? Alright, and this guy. Okay, we're back to where we started. But yeah, I don't know, it's like a whole... Joe Biden, his campaign's imploding. He's losing in the polls worse than he was before. And this all contributes to, you know, Trump getting more and more of a chance to win in 2024. Okay, wait, I need... It's like a thing. Like we kind of knew it for a while. At least people who were paying attention kind of like saw the writing on the wall, where like Biden was just not gonna be a good candidate. Okay, so none of these guys can go this way. Do some sort of loop thing here, but I don't know what. Oh wait, I know what to do. I'm so dumb. This guy goes this way. Guy goes this way. This guy goes this way. Now this guy goes this way. And then we split. Heck yeah. Because like the biggest problem with like the optics campaign is just basically like they don't talk about any of the important issues that we kind of need to fix. He's awake. I'm sorry, but this isn't enough evidence to substantiate your... If you just look, I'm sorry, it's out of my hands. Ooh, there are those snails. Oh, I see. Okay. It's a button. So we need someone to hold the button. Okay, I see. I did this wrong. We gotta do this. We need someone to hold the button. Okay, there we go. This'll work.